What's up, everybody? This is Paul with ReliGym here at TSW CrossFit in Reno, Nevada, and we're going to be going over today's tips, tricks, and training ideas videos on running efficiency. So, running efficiency, everyone's always, how do I run faster? Well, if you run properly, you're going to run faster. And one thing that I see a lot of people do is they start, when they get tired specifically, they start projecting energy up. And they'll start running with its trot, their body going up and down, instead of a forward movement. So, that's for a few reasons. This is also those people that go up and down. They're the people that their quads gas out really quick. Your quads will start cramping if you're going uphill because they're so overused. People aren't using that posterior chain. They're not using their glutes and their hamstrings the way that they should be doing it. So, what we really want to focus on is keeping head level while running. We don't want our head going up and down, our weight traveling here. We want it to be projecting forward. So how we're going to do that is you want to almost think, instead of jumping to get forward, you want to think almost skateboard, right? When you skateboard, you pedal this way. I'm doing the same thing when I run. As soon as I land, I'm not thinking quad up. I'm not thinking jump. I'm thinking project that foot backwards, right? So it's here more. And what that's going to do, you're going to fire your glutes more, you're going to fire your hamstrings more, and you get a nice, steady head movement, right? So, why is this more efficient this way? So if we come over to the whiteboard, it's a little easier to understand when you draw. So, the main focus of little runner Joe here is to go from here to here, right? Running, a race. Say this is your 5K, your half marathon. The quickest way to get there is a straight line, correct? So, if little Joe is running with the trot, his center of gravity is moving up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, all the way across to the finish line. This area that he has to move his body weight is much further than the person that is projecting straight forward. So this is what we want to produce. This is moving too much. So if we think of this as an area of work, right? It's a set schedule of work. We're moving 160-pound Joe from point A to point B. If we are moving in a longer distance, we are producing more energy and we're doing a larger amount of work in the same area as if we were producing in a straight line. So that's just like, would you want to take a kettlebell up and down stairs all day long to move a mile, or just moving it straight? Same process. So we're fixing that by, instead of this upward, downward, quad dominant movement, to a posterior chain projection forward. So we really want to stay lighter on our feet. A lot of people that do this is because they're tired, they're landing flat-footed, they're really being lazy with their run game. What we want is to stay that midfoot toe, which we'll do a separate video on next week of how to run midfoot toe. But we want to stay light on that posture and project backwards with the glutes, right? So what I always tell people is run dainty. Try to keep that head from bobbing. Pick a point when you're running, stare at it, and try to keep it right there the whole time. Now, this might shrink your gait, right? And people are like, oh, well, the longer gait, the faster I'm going to run. No, it's actually turnover rate, which, another video for another time. That'll probably be our third video. This is going to be a series that Eric and I are doing on running technique and how you can make it better through technique and mobility. So this will be the first one for that. Try to project forward, not up and down. Buddy, what do you got to say about that? All right, again, this is Paul with ReliGym here at TSW CrossFit. Take it easy, guys.